Tony, guys, here to the single people. The reason why I'm talking singles now, because that's who hired me the most for coaching. Listen to me. You need to find out what is special about you. Most single people do not know what's special about them. You know why? Because we cannot see ourselves. See, what I'm proud of myself may not mean anything to anybody else. What I think I'm special for, that may not be my selling point to somebody else. You have to know what's special about you. Because listen, when you talk to somebody that's going to be unbiased, and you talk to somebody that's going to tell you the truth, listen, the truth is going to hurt. The truth is going to hurt, and that's one thing that single people don't want to hear. The truth is going to hurt. So for some single people, the only thing special about them is their looks. But if they messing their looks up, if they messing their face up by not taking care of their body, then they don't understand that the one thing, and they say, oh, well, I got a great personality. Everybody got a great personality. Oh, well, I'm a great conversation. Everybody a great conversation. Oh, well, I'm this, I'm that. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Because you conceited. You got some conceit that you don't even realize you got. You got some arrogance that you don't even realize you got. You can't see it. You can't see it in yourself. You can't see the conceit. You can't see the arrogance. You can't see the condescending. You can't see it. You can't see the superficiality. You can't see it. So you might have something that somebody sees in you that's superficial, but you may be superficial yourself. So it's like, oh, hold on now, how you being superficial? How are you being superficial? And you ain't got it all the way together. So you being superficial and you ain't got it all the way together. So you judging this person based on their looks, but your looks ain't where they need to be. So that's why you're single. Because who you're attracting is actually a reflection of you. But you don't like what you're seeing. But you're not looking in the mirror to realize that you're not taking care of you. See what I'm saying? So you may be feeding yourself this message that you're this and you're that. And you're trying to build up your insecurities. But when we insecure and we try to build up those insecurities with false confidence, that false confidence makes us come off as arrogant. Whereas when we could build it really from real confidence and strength, we will come off as humble. And so you have to get to a place where you can be willing to hear the truth. Now, one of the things is that we live in a superficial society. And unfortunately, people focus more on their education and more on their personality and more on their character and their integrity than they do their packaging. And I hate to tell you that. I hate to tell you that. You got to treat it the same. Like, you have to look and you got to say, well, who inspires my fashion sense? If your fashion sense comes from your mama or your daddy, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your granddaddy, and you know that they're not a fashion stylist, they're not a fashion designer, and they don't really study fashion, then you could be walking around dressed looking a mess. You could look like a Tyler Perry movie and not even realize it. I meet so many single people who got their auntie comb under, got their auntie business suit. You know that polyester business suit that auntie used to wear with the long sleeves that come to right here, and it's brown, it's boo-boo brown now, and with the long skirt, and it's loose. It looked like you could fit another person and a half in there. It's single women dressing like that. You know Mr. Brown from Tyler Perry movie, Meet the Browns? It's men dressed like that. The same kind of shirts. And they be coming, for coaching. Listen, y'all, you go into mymentor.life to talk to that coach. And that coach is like, listen, you got one thing. You got one thing that you need to work on. You need to get a GQ magazine or somebody magazine. You need to get on a fashion blog, and you need to learn how to dress. Listen, you can be a diamond all you want to be. But if you are a diamond, and you come try to sell me a diamond in a plastic Ziploc bag, I'm going to think, or a brown paper bag, I'm going to think that diamond is cubic zirconia or some moissanite. That's what I'm going to think. You could bring me cubic zirconia, but if it is in a Tiffany's box, I'm going to think that's a real diamond. You have to understand packaging. You got to understand packaging. And so often in life, what we do is we tackle what's easy. We tackle what's easy. So we do what we can conquer, and then we suffer and we fail from that which we cannot conquer, but yet we want the results of victory. We want to win, but we don't want to sacrifice. Listen, it hurts to push that plate away. It hurts to choose some vegetables over that nice cake or donut or cookie. It hurts to work out. Right now, I just got done doing the incline. My legs feel like bricks. They hurting. I'm tired. Listen, it does not feel good. But you have to be willing to not feel good in order to win. And that's what you got to understand. And that's what so many single people do not want to hear. And everybody wants to say, oh, well, Tony, you playing into the stereotypes. And, oh, you saying the only thing matter is looks. I'm not saying that. It just, if you don't want to focus on where your weak point, because your weak point might not be your looks. You might look and have everything together, but you don't know how to hold a conversation. Your conversation skills is terrible. You might look good, but you're not getting knowledge. So you're coming off as airheaded. You might look good, but you're not working on your posture, your poise, your presence. So you're coming off with this real high-pitched voice that sounds like you ditzy. And you might look great. You're coming off too one-track minded. See, when you're trying to attract somebody, people like somebody that could do it all. Meaning, people like somebody that if you need to dress down in some sweats and some Nikes, you could do that. But if you need to dress up in a suit or a dress, you could do that. People like people that's versatile, not just one way. So it's some women that's single and all they know how to do is be sexy. Bodycon dresses, short booty shorts, but don't know how to style sweatsuit, or vice versa. Only know how to be sporty, but don't know how to be sexy. Same thing with the men. Only know how to dress hood with whatever is trending in the hood, whether it's Robin jeans, that used to be the thing, Dolce & Gabbana, Dior, but don't know how to put on some Sperry's, how to put on some Dockers with a polo. You got to be able to do it all. You got to be versatile. And so you have to look at them deficiencies, them weak areas, and you got to learn about that. One of the things I've been noticing a lot in me coaching is that very thing. Singles, men and women, being stuck in their ways and not being willing to change. Only want to do one thing. Only want to do one thing. Only want to be one way. and then wondering why they not meeting nobody. Listen, you got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out your comfort zone. So it's like right now, like I'm from a country area. You know, being from a country area, we dress a certain way. Like we dress a certain way. When you come, like we wear big clothes. We wear big clothes. But right now, that's not in style. So look at this here. You see these here? You see these shorts? You see that? You see that thigh there? Now see how you see that thigh there? You know why I got this much thigh? Because my wife say, I love to see your legs. I love when you, this ain't natural for me. This ain't comfortable. But guess what? I ain't got ding-a-ling hanging out. I ain't got ding-a-ling hanging out. Now, if I had ding-a-ling hanging out, now I'm going against my morals and my values. So I talk to single women and I'm like, listen, you got to have some sex appeal or you got to have some sporty chic appeal. One way or the other. Like, listen, all you wearing is bodycon. Can you put on some boyfriend jeans with some Nike Dunks and a blazer? Hey, all you wearing is boyfriend jeans and blazers. Can you put on some form-fitting jeans with a t-shirt and some heels? You see what I mean? Like, can you get out your comfort zone, be versatile, and show that you multifaceted? If the answer no, then you probably gonna stay single. Oh, well, I want somebody to want me for me. You're human. Humans are diverse. Humans are versatile. Humans got to be able to do more than one thing. So you got to understand, you're gonna have to do some consultation. You're gonna have to talk to a friend that's gonna be honest with you, a family member that's gonna be honest with you, and you got to be willing to cry. You have to be willing to cry. You got to be willing to hear about yourself. Like, look, I've been married 15 years. I'm still working on me. I'm still working on me. So many singles are saying they want to be in a relationship, but they have stopped working on themselves. And listen, if you don't stop working on yourself, stuff is going to stop working for you. A relationship is not going to work for you if you're not working on you. So I need you to understand this. Need you to understand this. And if you ain't got nobody else to talk to, I'm gonna put my link in the description box. And I'm gonna tell you the truth in love now. I'm gonna tell you the truth in love. And I'll give you some time. My schedule might be booked out, so you got some time to fix your Instagram, delete all your old pictures, start working on yourself, get to where you want to be presentable. And then we're gonna go to that Instagram, we're gonna go through them pictures. And we're going to talk about what are you saying? What is this here saying? And see, the thing for me, it ain't just coming from me. It's I coach thousands of people in my career, so I understand what men are saying. I know what men are saying. I know what women are saying because I'm in the trenches dealing with it. So I got the consensus. And that's the thing is a lot of times the information is so biased. And I'm going to tell you why it's biased. Because don't nobody want to hurt nobody. Nobody want to hurt your feelings. Doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Sometimes I have to tell a client, like, listen, the one thing that you trying to hide, the one thing that you say you don't want to be known for, the one thing you say you don't want the person to know is the only thing really that make you special. Like, yeah, you special in the sight of the Lord now, but you need to be special in the sight of mankind if you want somebody to procreate with you, if you want to be with somebody. So you got to understand, like, we might just have one thing. We might have one thing that make us unique from other people. What is that one thing? If that's that, then okay, that's that. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you what my mama said to me, and some of y'all probably gonna think it's crazy. I just had on some sunglasses. She said, "What you got on sunglasses for? Boy, your eyes pretty." I was like, well, darn, I can't protect my eyes? Like, my goodness, like my mama said that to me. So to this day, I struggle wearing sunglasses. I have to say, listen, Tony, you know, you already married. It's more to you than just That right there. But that was what my mama, that was what she was saying is my unique selling point. She didn't understand about protecting the retina or whatever from the sun rays. She didn't understand about that. She didn't know nothing about that. Her school ain't teach her about that. So she's like, listen. So it's the same thing like with a woman. It's like, listen, if God done bless you with a derriere, meaning a booty, and you walk around in garbage bags and you wearing the biggest clothes, you got to say, well, why am I hiding my booty? Why am I hiding my shape? And then when you get to the root of it, you're going to say, oh, it's because that girl in middle school used to pick on me because she ain't have no shape and she made me feel bad about my shape. Oh, it's because I haven't healed from the trauma of grown men coming on to me. It's because I didn't go to therapy for that. Oh, it's because, and it's like, listen, that shape is desired. Like, that's your thing that sets you apart. But you hiding that, wanting somebody to see you for your personality. And it's like, this is all nobody care about that personality, because anybody can fake a personality, but can't nobody fake that derriere. Can't nobody fake that smile. Can't nobody fake that hair. Can't nobody, well, they can fake that hair now. They can fake the smile too, but people know what's real about you. If your personality is the thing, then don't dumb down your personality. Because your personality, you may be very giggly, and you shut that down, and now you want to show booty and thighs, but that really ain't your thing. Like your booty ain't where you thought it was. Your thighs ain't where you really think it is. That might be average to the man. But you giggling might be what make you special. So listen to what I'm telling you. Don't just think this superficial. Don't just think this about your physical appearance. Don't just think it's about that. What I want you to understand is it's about what makes you unique, and you got to identify that. And you got to hear about that, because we always say, well, no, I don't care about what nobody think, and I ain't going to care about what nobody say, and I'm just going to be me and do, but that's why you're going to stay single. That is why you're going to stay single. And I got to be real with you, and the truth going to hurt. You got to understand, like, it literally, you might be single because you need a new hairdo. You need a new hairstyle. You might be single because you need a new hairstyle. You might be single because you need to learn how to dress. You might be single because you need to smile more. You might be single because you need to heal from your trauma that is making you shrink and making you hide because of what happened to you in your past. That might be why you're single. But you need to hear that. You need to confront that if you desire a relationship. Some people say, oh, I want a relationship. Oh, I want to meet somebody. Oh, listen, you're not married to meet nobody, because who you're going to meet in that body is not who you want. But when you get them 10 pounds off of you that you say you want to get off of you, then you're going to attract exactly who you want. But right now, you got an imposter syndrome. Right now, you're not you. You are the lazy you. You're the complacent you. So you say, well, I need somebody to accept me for me. You're not you. You're not you. You're not who God called you to be. You're not your best you. You are your lazy, complacent, excuse-making version of yourself. And that's not fair to the man or woman that you want to attract into your life. That's not fair for you to ask them to accept you as your complacent self, but you looking at them to be their best self, because you're saying you don't want to build nobody. Well, how you don't want to build nobody, and how you don't want to help nobody, and how you don't want to teach nobody how to love, but you want somebody to accept you for where you at, when you know you're not even hitting your own goals. You see what I'm saying? This is the hard truth that we don't want to hear. This is hard truth we don't want to hear. And when I'm talking to you and you single, and you might be married like me, but even me as a married person, I'm like, listen, I'm not the husband that I want my sister to be with. I ain't the husband that I want my mama to be with. Like, I want to be better. Yeah, I might be a good man. Yeah, I might suffice, but I want to be better. Because I'm going to tell them to hold their husband to a higher standard. So I want to be more free, more confident, more understanding, more whatever. Like, I want to be better. So while I'm talking to you and you single,
I'm still working on me 15 years in a marriage. So understand that's work that got to be done. That's work that got to be done. Hey, this Tony Gaston. God bless you. I wanted to finish the message up. Y'all know normally my videos be 30 minutes an hour, but I was on that 12 incline. That thing kicked my behind. You hit me? So I had to shut that video on down. And so this really just the follow-up, but sometimes when you put the number 2 on a video, it do worse. So I just title it the same thing, and hopefully you get to see both of them, and you just recognize it's a different video because you ain't got the red line on it, or you know that the time is different. Hey, this Tony Gaston. Y'all forgive me for wiping my sweat all out my beard. Yeah, I'm in here. I'm trying to get it. And I'm going to tell you something now. I'm going to tell you something. See, you got to know you. Sometimes people around you, they're not going to know you. But you got to know you and what you got to do and what it takes for you. When you find out what it takes for you, you got to do what it takes for you. And what it takes for you, it's not going to be the same for the person right next to you, for your best friend, for your friend or your family member. So for me, I say, okay, for my body to change, I'm going to have to eat 3 to 5 times a day, small meals, healthy and clean, but I'm going to have to work out every single day. And I'm going to have to be in the bed and go to sleep and get this amount of hours of sleep. Well, guess what? That might not make sense to the next person, but you got to know you and what it takes for you to get what you want out of life. Hey, God bless you. We'll talk soon.